The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Coming. Set up. Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
They juked him. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2.
He's not going to get me. Slip.
On second down, it's Pollard. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
Let's go now. 50, plant.
Hey, eat.
Clear.
I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
Hey, lock it.
Give me that ball, defense.
Smooth.
Switch.
Now.
Lucky.
But
Shift.
Mike, 55. Now. 55.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down.
I'm going back to you.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Under crunch.
41. 41's check.
On second down now, Pollard. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Mike, 41. Let's go one more.
Sit up.
41's coming. 41's a Mike. All day.
Set, go.
Hey, 41's Mike. 41's Mike. In your face.
Ready.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe.
After the interception, here's Watson. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Come on now.
Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cover. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Here's Watson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Miles Jack can just flat out cover. Doesn't matter who's out there, and he can do it really well in man. How about what he just did there in zone, though? Eyes in the right place, saw where the ball was going, reacted appropriately, and knocked it away.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward.
Check.
And the pressure gets to him again. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
It's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Rock it. Check. Watch twist. Yes.
41.
Go.
Coming this way. Here we go.
They'll run on first down. Pollard, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll make this a second and long. Second and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long.
Here we go. Set. 70. Indy.
Target.
And go.
He'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Let's go. Do it.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10.
Crash. 56 is Mike. 56 is Mike.
On first and 10, Watson. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Set. 19. Check 56. Here we go. Shoot.
26.
Gets it to Hardman, a jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Watch the twist.
Now Watson. They'll roll him out right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Third and long, it's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Flush to his right. That's to McCaffrey, complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play. Obviously, instead he hit a safety valve.
It looked like two well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Hey, we got to snap it. We got to snap it.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Watson. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Bang, bang. Mike 56, Mike 56. Your track.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will make it 6-0. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes. You don't take the ball away.
Here we go.
Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Down.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, 4-1's Mike. 4-1's Mike.
Let's go. Shoot.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Let's get in there. Let's get in there.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Double dog. That's the way.
Mike 41. We've got to wedge that, huh?
I'm on.
Alert flare. Flare.
Hit it.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 23. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. He's letting this one go into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Well, why do you go out and spend a 1st-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that, the rookie gets his 1st interception.
Exactly right, and you're trying to limit the number of plays an offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
And now he has his 1st career interception. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On 1st down, Pollard. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. The Jags with their 1st opportunity in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
Hey, 4-1's Mike. 4-1's Mike. Let's go, D. Big series right here, so we got to step it up. 41.
They'll look to throw here. The quick slant caught.
I smell fear in that offense.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Hey, Echo.
41 Mike. 41 Mike.
Yeah. Mike 41.
Ready?
Back to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Keith Kirkwood, his 1st touchdown of the new season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
On second down, here's Fournette. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Boom! Yeah, baby!
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
56. Much 56. I got him.
Back to the air, Watson on second down. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42. Now a first down throw, Watson.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go.
Touchdown, Houston. Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Here's 2nd and 8. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, me and you all day, all day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 55's Mike. Go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he fires one incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll bring up second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Hey, turn it up.
Check, 50. Check.
Here's Pollard.
Come on.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Get the ball right here. Let's go. Bravo.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Converge.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Look at me. Zipper. Hey, Alpha.
Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
Shoot.
Looking to throw. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it first and 10.
Mike 55. Check 55, Mike. Check.
Hey,
55. Come on, let's go.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A big run by the big man Fournette. 65 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. To throw is Watson. Rolling to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Out of the pistol. It's Fournette. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Out of the gun, Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
I got you. I got you. Hey, 4-1's Mike.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Ready.
Now back to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. They'll run on first down. Pollard. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
41 Mike. 41 Mike.
Check. Mike 41.
Yep.
You gotta wedge that, huh?
What we got? What we got? What we got?
2nd and 10.
Check 41.
Here we go.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And it's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
We're going to work.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Keith Kirkwood, his second touchdown of the night. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Get ready. Get ready.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
Hey, 24.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
50 set. 19. Mike.
Here we go. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Hey, 59. Hey, 55.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
That's right, baby. They don't. Check 31. Check 31.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
I'm coming.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
And it's third down.
Mike, set. 19.
56. Exit, exit.
Hey, 59. Hey, 54. Hustle, hustle.
Operating from the gun, Watson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
He's going to take a shot for the end. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 17-yard line.
Ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
That's
I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. On first down, Pollard. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
15, Topper!
Brings up
Hey,
second
Sue.
and 9.
2nd and 9 now. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys are going to take over at the 39.
Job.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Back now in Mexico City. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS.
Alert, alert. 24.
Mike, 56. Up there, right there. 56. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Mike 56. Mike, go.
On 1st down, it's Watson. This short throw caught by Goddard. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Back to throw, Watson. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. That one will go for 9 yards and a 1st down on the keeper. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the run, Watson going to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.